In Uganda, many children with disabilities and girls continue to face barriers that limit their opportunity to enjoy a full and inclusive learning experience. But a group of determined changemakers set out to challenge this reality by creating a mentorship and inclusion program led by persons with disabilities themselves.
I thank Embrace International for having thought of employing persons with disabilities. I'm a little person. When I started school, they used to laugh at me because I was very small, but I looked different in a school. So they could laugh at me, even teachers could wonder if I would study, or if I'm a person, if I'm old to go to school.
Growing up with someone with a disability in a community like Uganda was not easy. One, at that time we were growing up, we only had support from our parents who accepted us as their children. But of course, from your parents, you have to attend school. They took us to community schools or government schools, and you find there other learners. And then these learners, they don't understand you. They don't understand what you're going through. So they call you names, you have to persevere. They call you all sorts of things, you have to persevere because you want to learn like them. You have a right to education. Our parents have believed in us. They say you have to attend school. Unlike these days, like organization like Embrace, where it sends us to schools and we go and we do sensitization in such schools. At our time, that was not there. We only had support from our parents who used to take you to school and they're like, I need my child in class.
Implemented by Empress International Foundation Uganda and funded by the Foundation for Innovation and Transformation Canada, the project was carried out in 5 schools to build a culture of inclusion, empathy, and gender equality.
I thank FIT International for having given us chance for this project to work in Uganda. This project has improved the lives of our students in the Rwenzori region, which is Leave No One Behind. And in this project, many pupils or students have really changed because of the project. In Leaving No One Behind, everyone is able to compete in learning, mainly in e-learning and in other classworks.
It began with a simple but powerful idea. If people with disabilities both design and conduct inclusion workshops in schools, classrooms will become more welcoming and every learner will grow in empathy, respect, and understanding.
This inclusive has helped us and our pupils to know how to interact with children with disabilities. That is to say, children without disabilities interacting with children with disabilities. This has helped them how to associate, how to help them in doing some classwork and outside activities like playing.
5 schools were selected to pilot mentorship cycles, safe and interactive spaces led by female mentors with disabilities. Throughout the project, 8 cycles were conducted, reaching hundreds of learners. Through storytelling, discussions, and creative games, students began to see ability where they once saw difference.
Get the attention of these pupils or students. We meet them at individual level. We make small groups, and sometimes we meet them according to gender, like we meet females alone, we meet males alone, so that they can share freely to our expectations.
The approaches that helped more
They were the one of one-on-one interaction. For example, by the time I could interact with learners, it was very easy for the learners to share information. When we share information one-on-one, unlike in the general classrooms where everyone could talk, because sometimes others could feel shy. But when it comes to a one-on-one interaction, most of the learners were able to give their views.
The mentors become powerful role models, inspiring girls with and without disabilities to dream bigger, stay in school, and believe in their potential.
It has improved our children, especially those who are normal, to work out with the children with disabilities. The working relationship between those children has improved in a way that they now relate with them very nicely. They want to work with them. They want always to share with them because of the workshops that they have always brought here among the children. They have been even teaching them how to cooperate in a way of music, dance and drama, in a way that when they are participating in music, in dancing, they always relate together with them.
Before Embrace International came to our school, we as teachers, we used not to care about children with disabilities because we had no skills of handling these children. But when Embrace International started working with us, they taught us different ways how we can handle and identify these children with disabilities.
Every month, inclusion workshops were held in each school, facilitated by professionals with disabilities who guided learners and teachers through sessions on disability awareness, gender equality, and inclusive teaching practices.
We had different workshops concerning children with disabilities. We had workshop with parents, local leaders, concerning inclusive education. The teachers here at Mugusu Primary School had a bad attitude towards those children. They could say that to teach such children, it is tiresome, and sometimes these children are stubborn.
These children who call themselves to be normal never used to relate or associate with these children. They would actually meet them in the compound and you would find them alone while the other children with disability are alone. But since Embrace International came in a way, they have adopted these children, they have loved to work with them, they have loved to keep with them and play with them together.
I request the International Embrace to keep engaging us teachers, giving us more information about children with disabilities because we need it very much. The one we have is not enough. So they keep engaging us so that we explore everything because we are the ones who normally stay with these pupils almost from morning up to evening. And we still identify more categories of such people.
They trained us how to care for the disabled pupils. They taught us that disability does not mean inability. People with disability can work and succeed in their lives. After Embrace International Foundation came here at Mugusu Primary School, we stopped shying. I love one another, and my fellow children and my fellow pupils care about me. We play together so that I'm no longer not a shy girl.
Beyond the classroom, the message of inclusion reached the wider community. Parents and local leaders gathered to discuss stigma, rights, and the importance of giving every child an equal chance at education.
To my fellow learners who have disabilities, I have learned to converse with them, to laugh with them, to play with them, to learn with them, and I have gone through a big challenge to tell my friends how we should treat our friends with disabilities, tell them to love them, to play with them, to help them in work. So it has brought a good picture to people with disabilities, and now they can fit in class, they can fit in the games that they play, and we have learned new skills from those people with disability.
It has really helped us as teachers who have attended the workshops. We have acquired knowledge, skills on how to handle learners with different learning abilities. We've not stopped on attending the workshops alone. They have even taken a step further to attend to the learners at school and even share with them and get out the different perspectives they have about disabilities.
When schools closed, the learning continued through holiday camps, safe and engaging spaces for children to learn, play, and grow together.
Before Empress International, our parents had a poor attitude about children with disability. And since we started getting trainings from Empress International, at least we have got a great change. There was a parent in primary 5, a parent to Kevin. Kevin is a boy with a disability. The father had lost interest. The father had not picked interest in the boy. But through these trainings about disability, the father came to the office, he met me personally, he told me that he had lost hope in Kevin, but when he had information and when he had people giving testimony, people who are disabled, achieving and making milestones, he also got impressed, and he told us that he's going to maintain the boy in the school, and we also told him to go and spread the gospel and be our ambassador. On adding on the voice to Empress International, we told the parents that disability does not mean inability. Even children with disability, they even perform better than children without disabilities.
More than 870 learners took part, including many with disabilities. Through teamwork and creativity, they built confidence, leadership, and empathy that extended beyond the camp experience. The project's greatest strength lay in partnership. Teachers, parents, and local authorities worked together to identify barriers and develop action plans for accessible schools, inclusive teaching, and continuous community sensitization. By the end of the project, schools reported a noticeable shift, stronger empathy, better cooperation, and renewed hope. Girls with disabilities felt valued, teachers embraced inclusive methods, and communities became more united in support of education for all.
There are some certain things that we need to know about disability. Because of Empress, we have come to realize that besides education, a child with a disability can still go vocational in a certain field, and also he succeeds in future. Still, we have also achieved a lot. E-learning program has been introduced at our school, whereby we are given tablets. That is for primary 5 and primary 6. But still, even other classes also, we have made an arrangement that also other classes can also benefit. We have set a timetable with our teacher here, who was brought to us by Empress, that's Madam Sarah, and it's that timetable that we are following to make sure that even other pupils benefit from the tablets. It has been a good achievement, and we have got, the number has increased, the enrollment has increased. You know, these days when children hear of things concerning computer, they get impressed. And so our enrollment has also increased. We have kept the children in school. The performance has also improved. So actually we thank Empress very much for that great work.
This initiative proved that inclusion works best when it is led by those who understand it most, persons with disabilities themselves. The journey continues as schools, families, and communities work together toward a future where every child can learn, belong, and lead. At the closure of the project, mentors and facilitators held community sensitization campaigns where deeply emotional stories emerged.
Ati nyina tamunchi. Ati nyina mlekaga munjo amteriye tali egena mwana na roletar. Tokora na meso galwa akantuntu. Ayima no mukoro na hato rwajirundu wakam. Rwajirundu dundu kabire dundu kore rwajirumu. Guno mkono gono gukora. Ati umwana kaja na mazile na yamundi etie nyona lero umwana ko umuntu amutano wange twakwataniza nawo betatu biro bino agenze ahindukire kim kabana nangamba ati abwoli ntata ati nyamare kamtar kulyaho abako mwana mutaba wabona kuli nambe bamuhira basagaga bambohire munju bagenda kukolemera yabo umwana asibira kimu kitabu sakwi umwana bwali atakwimuka no mubyani warakagenda kwa mhimbayi no kuno mhimbayi tarkwegabira paka nimponde byokula niko nimbumugabira tarkwate mkono guno mkono kusoko kwata guno atugunu bikarao hata mwingeze ni mhambiza ni mpaka atugunu kutandikia kwata akokupa.
A grandmother, Gertrude Bekara, a resident of Bunyankabo district, shared how she had been left to care for her disabled grandchild alone after her son, the father to the child, disappeared and is currently staying in Uganda's capital city of Kampala. Her story is a reminder of how much more needs to be done, especially in communities where parents lacking guidance and mentorship often hide or lock away their children with disabilities. Stories like hers reinforce the ongoing need to reach, educate, and support families so that every child, regardless of ability, can be seen, included, and given the opportunity to thrive.